Genesis 17 verses 7 to 8, we find that God said to Abraham, I will establish my covenant for an everlasting covenant between me and you and your descendants after you, for generations to come, to be your God and the God of your descendants after you. All the land of the Canaan, where you now live as a stranger, I will give it to you and to your descendants after you, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God. A racist God choose from among all the nations only the nation of the Israel to give them the land of the Canaan and to rule the world. Let us see how the writers of the Holy Book wanted to enslave the Canaanites and seize their land from an ideological and religious perspective. We read in the book of Genesis that Noah became a farmer, planted a vineyard, and made wine. And when he drank of the wine, he became drunk, and lay naked in his tent. Ham, the father of the Canaan, saw his father naked, and told his two brothers outside. When Noah awoke from his wine, he said, Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be their servant. From this we understand that the Lord is the Lord of Shem alone, and not the Lord of Ham, the father of the Canaanites. And thus the Lord punished Canaan, a sin committed by his grandfather Noah when he became drunk, laid naked in his tent, and made Canaan a slave to Shem. In this topic, I will try hard to talk about the Zionist background through what is mentioned in their holy books, and show that religious and ethnic orientations dominate their thinking. The story begins with a prophet called Abraham or Abraham, to whom God promised to bless his descendants, and to give him and his descendants all the land that he would trade on with his feet, as well as his descendants. And the Lord said to Abraham, Leave your country, your kindred, and your father's house to the land that I will show you. And I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. And all families of the earth will be blessed in you. Genesis 12, verses 1 to 3. And here begins the story of the land that God commanded Abraham to go to. And it will be a homeland for him and his descendants after him. The descendants of Israel, of course. As you can see, a racist God chooses one people and favors them over all the other nations. Why? We find in Exodus 3, verses 7 to 8, the Lord said, I have seen the affliction of my people in Egypt. I have heard them cry out because of their drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. Therefore, I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from that land to a good land, spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey, the homeland of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. What do we understand from this text? That the Israelis did not exist in that land, and that it was inhabited by other peoples, and that the children of Israel were nothing but an immigrating group. As you have heard, my dear friends, this is how the Israelis wanted to take over the land of the Palestine, according to the promise that God made with them. The Lord who chose them from among all the nations to be masters and the other slaves. The logic of the colonizer.